What's going on, guys? It's Arden here and I'm back with another video, and today we are working on the Mercedes again. Today we're doing a headlight install, which I'm very excited for. I've actually already started on it, so I pretty much just installed like the passenger side headlight. I kind of got it started and somewhat installed. That way I kind of knew this process before I started making this video. So let me show you where I'm at, and then I will kind of show you on the other side, on the driver's side, on how I went about this. Okay, so these headlights were really messed up when I got this car. As you can see, there's a bulb in there. There's a couple bugs. Some of the lights don't even work. These are the new ones. These have the halo rings. I'll leave a link to the description to these down below. So this is old, new. I've got the old one over here. Let me show you what was going on with this one. I don't know really what happened. Oops. I'm assuming it just got extremely hot in here, because when I got this car, the covers for this are not here. But as you can see, all of the insulation for the wiring is like gone. So I don't know how exactly that happened. But yeah, so I kind of assumed like that's probably not a good sign for these, working anymore. So decided to get some new ones and upgrade a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of a process to do. First of all, I thought originally the bumper had to come off, which I was kind of right. I've kind of got this side just hanging down a little bit, and everything over here is still kind of bolted in. So I'll show you how I got all this like off. What I'll probably do is put this side back together and then start on this side, and I'll show you the process. But just to show you this right now, so these came with the one plug, obviously, to work the headlights, but they also, they had the halo rings. You actually have to wire those in, as you can see with these black and red wires down here. They come out the bottom. So what I did is I wired it into these marker lights here in the side. So that means when the parking lights are on, those halo rings will be on, but not the headlights, so it will look good and clean. And so what I'm going to do now is kind of put this side back together, at least put it up and put the headlight in and everything, and then I'll start working on this side and show you the process. First things first, you need to get the wheel off in order to access this panel. So to take off this panel, you've got 3 10 mil bolts. There's one here, here, and down here, and then you have a clip right here, and also I believe there's a couple underneath. I will show that if mine has it. Mine looks like it's a little broken there. We'll get this off so we can access. There's a bolt that is in like right here, so we need to be able to drop the bumper to access that. So let me get those undone. Okay, so here's my panel. It was a little broken. So that clip that was right here, all it is there's a pin that comes out in the middle. Pull it out and then the whole clip will come out. Pretty simple. I do believe there's another one underneath somewhere. I want to say it's like right here. Mine was broken. The whole bottom half of that is gone. So yeah, that's great. But anyway, next we're going to kind of pull this out a little so that you can get some access under here. Interesting. What is that? That looks like my headlight is melted a little. If you can see that. That is very interesting. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Just had some metal clip fall. Don't know what that's off of. We'll figure that out later. So now, in order to get this bumper off, you'll have a bolt right here. I have already taken it off. The bolt right there. And then next thing is, once you get this pulled back, so the next thing will be, there's a T20 bolt right here. I can get that on camera to take out. So let me just do that real quick. Sorry, I'm not very good at this camera work and working at the same time. it is also very hot right now. So there's your T20. Now put that to the side for safekeeping. Next, there is a bracket. Let me get this peeled back here. There's a metal bracket right here that you will need to pry out. It kind of just pinches the front fender and bumper together in order to get your good fitment. I apologize, I cannot get this fender liner to like stay out of the way. So this bracket right here, you just kind of pry it out like that. If you can see, it's kind of pushed out. I'm going to work on trying to get that out and then I'll show you. Okay, so here's the bracket. It sits in there like this between the bumper and the fender and kind of squishes them together, right? All you need to do is take a flathead and bend it out this way and you can just pull it out. It's not too difficult to get to. On to the next thing. Like I said, there's a bolt right here. And now, I don't know if the different body styles and stuff have different things, but this is a C230 Sport. I don't know if any of the other ones are different or not. But this grill piece pops off like so, which will access another bolt right here. So you'll take that off. Okay, now everything is loose. You kind of just pull on it and there you go. There's also this little clip that will go into the bottom of the fender right here. This clip, just to get that loose, and that will give you access to the third bolt for the headlight. Now, headlights are pretty simple. Once you get access to that, there'll be a bolt up here, which mine is actually missing. I'm gonna order another one. And then there's this bolt right here, which I've already loosened. Put that down there for safekeeping. And then this one right here in the side, I believe it is an 8mm. So we will get this undone. All right, and once you get that bolt out, it is all loose. You can see, but we'll take this out. Okay, now headlight is all loose. There'll be two things you pinch in right here and slide out this connector. Like that, goes in right there, pinch two sides, pull it, and out she comes. Now, as you can see, I think it definitely got hot, because look at that. Looks like part of this housing is melted, along with the wires here being exposed. That's pretty interesting. I don't know what happened with that, but that's why we're replacing these. Now, like I said, I am wiring in the halos into these parking lights right here. So I need to pop this bulb out and just give it a little twist. And it will pop out like this. And now we need to figure out which one is positive and which one is negative so we can wire this in. I'm also going to be popping this out because I'm going to put some tint on this to make it look a little better. Kind of give it a more unique look. But I'm also going to see about maybe doing these on the mirrors. Don't know yet. They're kind of in rough shape. We'll see. I don't know. I think I might just stick with these and just see how it goes and see what it looks like. I apologize. Some of these clips, the wind noise was so bad that you can't hear anything I'm saying. But in this clip, I'm pretty much saying you need to determine what is your ground and positive. Most of the time, there's a black line on your your ground wire. This one in particular did not have that, so I needed to test it. If you're doing this, just make sure you have a way to test which one is your ground and which one is your positive wire. Okay, so I did my test. The brown wire is the negative, so that'll be your ground wire. Then obviously the other will be positive. What I'm saying here is I'm pretty much going to bolt up everything bolt up the headlight and everything, and feed the wire down so I can have the proper length from when I go to wire this together. Wire this in. I'll probably go ahead and bolt the that way it is in and in place. That way I can feed the wire down the way it needs to go. This seems to be the best way to run the wires down, kind of next to the washer fluid. It still comes up almost short, but it seems like this is the best way to do it. What I'm going to do next is take a blue wire connector. You can use any kind of wire connector that you want. Put the positive wire in with the red wires and everything, and then just connect it all. Make sure you tape it all together, and then you should be good to go. Taking a wire connector like this and putting, positive, pretty obvious there. Crimping it together, and I'm gonna wire tape it up. I apologize, I'm not showing the whole process of this. By myself, it's hard to hold the camera and do this one-handed. So I'm gonna put this side and show you. Okay, may not be the cleanest wiring in the world, but here it is. So you got the brown wire coming off here with 2 grounds going into it. So 2 powers with that power. And then all we'll do is put this in the other end, and then put it back in here. Like I said, I'm going to be tinting these, so I took them out. I'm going to give that a shot. I don't know. We'll find out. But let's get this wired back up. It's starting to thunder. So let's hurry up and get this in so we can get at least this taped up. Alright, it's not the prettiest wiring in the world, but it will do the job. The wires are kind of stretched to their limit here, but once the bumper's up, it should fall into place. Now what you want to do now is put the bumper back on, and I would definitely recommend putting that little bracket on, because that will hold the bumper up while you get some bolts in. Start getting the bumper back on. This is kind of a process. You kind of just have to feed it up here, and the best thing to do is to get that bracket on first, because that will kind of hold it in place up against the fender here once you get the bumper up. Okay, now the bumper is back into place. The bracket is in. I don't have any bolts in it yet. I'll have to put that T20 in there to hold that bracket in. The gap is not the best in the world, so if you're having issues with that, you can spend a little more time getting it. I think I've got mine to about the best I can get it right now. It's about as good as I can get it. I might try to pull on it some more once I get this started, but it's probably about as good as it's going to get. Alright, here's the final product. Looks amazing. I'll show a nighttime view here in a little bit, but it looks so good. And here's the final view of it, kind of semi-dark. Looks amazing. It's way better than stock, but I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.